Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. First carry for James Conner. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That'll go down as a loss of 8, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's taken down here by the Saints. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. 54. Here we go. Here we go. Watch twitch. Right up.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front, and then maybe climbing to the 2nd level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the 2nd level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Abdullah. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Amir Abdullah hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Walsh. And that makes the score 7-0. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff?
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. James Washington, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin. Prayer for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A second down run for Abdullah. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 22 yards there, a first down. He's on pace right now for about a 400-yard game. I mean, this first quarter, it's been impressive to watch.
I like the way you do math. I like the way you calculate, and he loves those numbers you're spouting. He's going to try and get there with his legs, but not only is he locked in running it, obviously his teammates are locked in and blocking as well.
Check 26, check 26. Jump 2.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. From the corner, Jimmy Smith blitzes for the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Get it.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18.
60 Pittsburgh.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. On Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a second down coming up. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Rudolph. This is screen to Abdullah. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Zoo. Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Let's go one more.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He's going to go for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He gets it complete to Latimer. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Rudolph. And he's got his man Hilton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Check nickel. Shoot.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Oh, this is blocked. Oh, the Packers have it. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, take 26. Undercrush.
Throwing is Rodgers. The completion to Riddle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, look at the juke. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Play action. It's Rudolph. Going deep downfield for Ross. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
56. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's go.
Rodgers now to throw. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
And there's another conversion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Check 4.
They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. James Conner with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And they got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Saints 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. Get it.
Here's Abdullah. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rudolph. Deep ball for Jeffrey. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Chris Harris on the coverage.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win. Split right. No. Recon, 152 fighter.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. This is Abdullah. And an Amir Abdullah. Touchdown, New Orleans. Amir Abdullah with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden, because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Play 56, Mike, 56. We ain't giving up.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. The great veteran Clay Matthews able to knock that one away in coverage.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now Connor. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On the ground, it's Riddick. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Hey, team 6, team 6. 56 is the mic. Push him back. Get on.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Forced out to his left. Left side, Doyle with it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 56.
A first throw for the backup Griffin. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. All day, baby, all day. 56. Go. 6, right there. 56.
On 3rd down, Griffin. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. On the
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Rudolph looking to throw it. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They run with Abdullah. And a good tackle there right around the 30 stops him short of the 1st down. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Tight dog.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Now Griffin. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll run for it with Connor, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Alert 3. Alert 3. You go tight. You got tight right there.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Abdullah. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell them to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
56 to Mike, boy, 56.
To throw is RG3. And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. Sam Hubbard able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Mike's 56. Go, tackle, let's go. We got this. We got this. 56.
From the gun, it's Griffin. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. This quarterback now just 2 of 5 since coming on, but he does have a 1st down here.
56 to Mike, boy, 56.
Out of the gun, Griffin eluding the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 49, check 49. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Check.
To throw again, Griffin. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again, Griffin being chased out left. And his throw here is incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
56, Mike, 56. Here we go.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. From the shotgun, Griffin. And Latimer's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line.
First down, Green Bay.
56, Mike, 56, right there, right there. Kill.
Here's Riddick. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Second and
Check it back.
at the 12-yard line.
Now RG3. And this is caught. It's Edelman.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On 3rd down, it's Connor. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal.
Here we go. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Bound to lose 1. 56. Mike, 56. Right there.
Griffin to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Edelman, the intended receiver that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, watch the slap. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Squeeze, double. 58, boy, 58, Mike.
Tighten up.
Hustle. 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. I'm going to run you over.
Throwing now is Griffin. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
58, watch the screen. Pass. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. It's a party now. Shut up.
One last shot for RG3. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for New Orleans, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.